lineup that would want to delay it until the very later for Evos SG.
Now this is going to be a really scrappy approach to the game that we're looking for here, as Kuja's going to be rocking a Khalid tank
of things. I'm actually Game 1, the best of 3 series. That's what we're going to be with this. Evos, Orange, let's go.
All right, now we're seeing here there's going to be a huge wave cut coming in from Kuja and Joker into the top side. So Orange Louvre wants it to get a little bit more control there, because they also want to rotate this, because again, Orange Louvre knows that they have a good early game going on, that they're going to want to be buying time for their side laner going up against Esmeralda. So they're going to want to cut waves. They're going to want to push it out so that Esmeralda doesn't have a lot of time in response, as JPL throws back the Little Wanderer. Not sure who was able to secure that, but that's going to be Neo and Kuja. Joker all in the middle lane. We're seeing 1-3-1s all around. They're just trying to find space and give space, I mean, for Chibi on that lane. Trying to get that purple buff, but Kuja and Neo trying to chase down Esmeralda, open up the purple buff potentially, but they might even take down Pokemon, but Kuja's really low.
Yeah, the level advantage from Pokemon really assisted him in staying up all night to get lucky, as the first blood will be given towards Pokemon. And this is a very deep invade by Evos SG, focusing on the orange buff here, but they may just pay the price because Kuja's diving in as well as the rest of Orange Louvre. But Joker in the back lines will be able to take down the Lightning Woman herself. Brody falls down as well. Joker next up in line. Evos SG showing a very dominant side this time around. But Orange Louvre wants to trade it out. 2-for-2 trade so far.
Again, Evos SG, now this is their approach to the game. Okay, we're not going to be able to win that many team fights here, but what we can do is, with the strength of the Jawhead coming in, with the Ejector, Thunderstrath as well getting a sure stun, we can pick our targets carefully, disrupt the flow of buff takes by the link.
Oh, nice ejection. Nice ejection onto Chibi, but Chibi might overstay his welcome as well as JPL. Complete disengage here for both teams.
JPL and Aeon has been a big connection for Evos SG for pretty much for this entire roster since its inception, as Pokemon uses the Falling Star move straight into that orange buff. Pokemon trying to contest it, gets it away. No steal there for Orange Louvre. Kuja using the quick stand guard to try to heal it up. Too much used by Evos SG to try to take it down, but Orange Louvre won't be able to contest that 1-for-1. Actually, you're right. Kuja and Aeon both go down as Neo, Joker, Ejector onto the Joker. Who's laughing now? Pokemon already level 4, and the damage is there for Evos SG.
Do you want to know how he got these cars? That's exactly why he got that first kill, because of the ejector that JPL did. And again, JPL being the playmaker that he is on the side of Evos SG, just showing that he is one of the best playmakers in the entirety of Southeast Asia. Soul and JPL will not be able to secure this orange buff away from Orange Louvre. Instead, will look to secure another kill, gets the stun onto Joker, and again being focused out here. Brody gets that kill.
Kuja.
And this trades it out. Kuja low on HP, will be stunned, goes for the Fatal Lace, gets ejected out of there, takes away the Khalid. Chibi forced to back off. Beautiful plays from JPL again and again.
Tempest of Blades committed by Chibi to try to get a kill. They were low, but which is way too risky to try to get a kill out of there. We mentioned it in the beginning. JPL, the biggest playmaker that Evos SG's got. Give him a hero like Jawhead, and he's going to absolutely shine, as Evos SG might take this turtle.
Might. Joker and Chibi, they are on the prowl here to try to seal there. Kuja in the backlines. Yeah, it's going to be stolen away by Chibi, and Potato might just pay the price. That's going to be the trade kill, but the damage output is way too much here on the side of Evos SG. Kuja forced a flicker out of there. Not really going to be amounting to anything. Aim, double flickers, committed. Try to cut him off. Forced to run in towards that Esmeralda. Kuja is the only one alive after that gank squad tried to successfully stole that turtle. It's a turtle for 2.
Orange Louvre shouldn't have taken that fight anymore. They already got that link, and they should have just backed out. It was a beautiful ejector to start, and Kuja gets taken out. That's going to be a kill for Lapu Lapu. And as I was mentioning, the Orange Louvre, I felt like in that turtle take, or after they took that turtle, thought that Aim's damage with the Meteor Shower on that triangle would be enough to bring down the members of Evos SG, but it was not enough, as there's going to be a contest here for this purple buff. Chibi is starving right now.
Very starving, much like the Alexa that we saw earlier on with the interview. But another ejection onto Joker. Joker has been the primary target here because they know for a fact that Joker can pose to be a threat in the mid game. As we approach that, Purple is being contested. Tempest of Blades just to try to deter Evos SG from pushing it forward, but he is the next target, and Aeon doing a good job chasing them. There goes the ultimate being popped all the way down. Trade for trade for trade. 1-for-2 trade in favor of Orange Louvre Esports, but at what cost?
Now, Evos SG, yes, in the beginning I did say that against a lineup of Orange Louvre in the early game might have difficulty trying to make their play here, but because of the early lead, they were able to build up for themselves. They're already being, as for the last 2 minutes, have been able to disrupt the link just completely as there's a beautiful ejector, the combo, and Joker! Who's laughing now? Evos SG is, because they already broke down the top lane turret of Orange Louvre.
That is the top lane jungle open. Gets turtle priority here because the lane is pushing towards the side of Orange Louvre Esports. And Evos SG, they have free reign over this turtle. JPL guarding the brush. Gonna eject Kuja right in the middle of the turtle because that's not going to be a huge factor. That's a turtle secured. That's the meteor shower committed onto JPL. And JPL flickers out of there. The Dukes is to go for Evos SG.
Now, I know it's still early, but this might have already gotten to the point where Pokemon, Aeon, and Potato are going to be huge problems here for Evos SG, even if we take out Jawhead out of the equation. If Pokemon, Aeon, and Potato can just keep their health high in a skirmish, the three of them might just be... might just have enough firepower, and Pokemon might actually have enough tankiness to just win that fight out for Evos SG if it does happen.
Yeah, Neo is not gonna happen here. He gets taken out. Another ejection onto Kuja, and this bot lane turret is going down. No doubt. Meteor shower just to deter, but JPL doesn't care. He doesn't hurt that. Well, he does hurt that much, but he's just doing what he can to just zone out the rest of aim, so that he can secure the kill onto Kuja.
And Orange Louvre find themselves in this situation because, again, Chibi just couldn't get any buffs at all, couldn't get any momentum going. They gave the Ling the pieces in the Hilda and the Khalid to potentially protect the jungle area so that he could get the buffs. But again, it didn't take much for Evos SG's lineup to make the most out of their damage in the level 2 Jawhead with just an ejector with the missiles. Really hurts already. Look at the space. He's providing another beautiful ejector.
That's a beautiful ejector onto Joker once again, and that also converted into another kill. Tempest of Blades by Chibi does not come out to anything. Masha manages to secure the kill. And that is another ejector. JPL, being the playmaker that he is, really catches everybody. Pokemon with a falling star moon onto aim. But the meteor guard, not the meteor guard, the meteor shower was there.
Well, with how many meteor showers have landed, I'm pretty sure it's already turned into a meteor garden at this point. That's fine. That's fine. That's Evos SG again. Just continue to hammer on the defense of Orange Louvre with this current lineup that they have here. Just having such a difficult time. Not enough magic resist. Not enough tools to just survive all the crowd control, all the stunts, and the damage that Evos SG is bringing out. And I did favor Orange Louvre's lineup in the early game, but because Evos played the early so well, again, this is how we find ourselves in the situation where, because of the playmaking of JPL, the target selection with the ejector, 1-0 and 14 assists, Nomad.
I mean, we can finally figure out who's the MVP here. Get the 15th assist of the game, but good timing on the flicker and the meteor shower there. Aeon low on HP, targets Potato instead, flickers out of there just for safety. Will be forcing a reset on that Eudora, but JPL will be the MVP of the game with no doubt. Like, there's no way he's not the MVP here.
Yeah, unless Orange Louvre turn it around, then maybe that's when JPL won't be the MVP here.
But, you know, the way that the game has been going, it feels like it's an Evos SG game.
Yeah, but it isn't just JPL. Again, it's his connection with Aeon and the connection of Evos SG with their mid laners to side laners, and this could be the 15th assist.
Kuja, goodbye to you, sir. He gets ejected, goes for the Raging Sandstorm, and he still secured a kill. That's a 15 assist for JPL. Make it 16. Chibi gets caught in the backlines because Pokemon dives in with a Focusing Star Moon. Flickers in, very aggressive, will be forced out. He's forcing himself away from that bad situation, and he still manages to survive. Not a lot of damage output from Orange Louvre Esports here at this point.
Am I glad that I finally got Jawhead just this morning after such a long time. I'm so inspired right now by JPL as he might find another target. Are we going for 16? Oh, he bit way out more than he can chew. But Evos SG secured the mid lane turret and so might secure a kill onto Joker. Finally. He does secure the kill there onto Joker Pokemon with a falling star. Moon catches two. Aim and Kuja trying to get away from that. Unstoppable right now is Pokemon, and two are down for Orange Louvre. Evos SG playing like what they are right now, the only Evos team remaining in the MPLI.
Timed it perfectly with the Chieftain's Rage. Pokemon has synced himself up with his teammate. And Evos SG, the more that they secure these kills, the more that they secure these team fights, the harder it is going to be for Orange Louvre Esports. And they will be able to secure the Lord without any problems. No contestants here whatsoever in JPL. Once again, hiding in that brush. Will spot out Joker. He's still going to go for the Joker. He's going to go for the ejection. Potato, Pokemon focuses him out. But all the attention onto this Lord. Will it be secured by Ling? It's going to be stolen by Chibi, but gets knocked up. He's paying the price for that. Chibi and Joker overstaying their welcome.
The bottom lane.
Yeah, look at Masha pushing on over towards the bottom lane. Will get the inhibitor turret. That is where the Lord is going. Gets the Hilda. That's the objective secured though. Beautiful misdirection. Now the lane priority on the bottom lane is in favor of Orange Louvre Esports.
Now Evos SG are still in a comfortable spot here. That's a 2k gold lead and one tower. Actually, no, it's all even now. Orange Louvre, we counted them out. They're not winning the fights, but the map control with the help of Neo from out of nowhere doing it. They broke the second tier tower into the top lane. Evos SG still trying to take down this Lord. Neo is there. Leave him. He will continue to push. They have to leave one member of Evos SG to defend from this Masha split push.
Yeah, this is the threat that Masha had ever since her release. Back then, Masha was rolled with an arrival because of the amount of damage she can dish out to objectives. She can even solo the turtles and the lords, even if it's a level 2 lord for that matter. And pause is going to be called out by one of these teams, but that is still beautiful decision making from Orange Louvre Esports. They focus a lot of attention on towards that lord, and Evos SG just focused on there. Once they found that Masha was starting the split push. Once they found out that Masha was going in for the split push, they had to relegate another person to just defend that base. And it was a bit too late, and Orange Louvre just started going on with the momentum. But if this keeps going, yeah, Orange Louvre might just be able to turn the tides of battle and potentially secure game number 1. But the team fight is where is all at this point.
Yeah, and that's where it was at for most of this match. That even we just kept having to call the team fights that happened over and over again. But because of that, I feel like that's what also what Evos SG was looking at. It's, hey, we're winning the fights. Hey, it looks like we can win this Lord. But no, yes, we're gushing over the Masha right now. Great decision there by Neo to go for the split push. But we also have to just put the attention onto Chibi as well. He puts himself in a really, really tough position. It could have been the worst decision in the world to try to go for that steal, because if more members of Orange Louvre went down, then they possibly, they could have stolen the Lord, but we've seen before the Lord would get stolen, they get wiped out, the game would end. But they decided, you know what, let's go for it. Our Masha's been pushing in the bot. Let's do our best to secure this Lord. And they did. Good job on Orange Louvre, showing to all of us that this game isn't always just about team fighting. There is a lot of stock put into strong split pushers, strong side laners who can just make a team pay for just focusing on going for team fights and skirmishes all the time.
Yeah, it's not about the micro battles that are happening. Sometimes it's a macro battle. Kuja, why would you do this?
Push check?
Just checking. Yeah, I'm just checking. Yep, I'm pretty sure Evos is here. Yep, I saw them. That's probably what Kuja has in mind. He does have the Raging Sandstorm available, so he's going to be saving it for the right potential opportunity here. As Masha, Neo wanting to try to split push the top side. And we're seeing a reaction from Evos SG. They're fearing the Masha at this point.
Yeah, and they're even fearing the Ling. They have to fear the lane, I mean, because that is another option for split pushing as well. Kuja and Neo spot out the Lapu Lapu. That's going to be Soul taking a lot of damage. Soul getting bursted down, and Soul getting taken out with the ejector onto Neo. Neo trying to get away from the JPL Potato. Unstoppable force right onto that Masha. Masha getting taken out as well. That's 1-for-1, but Esmeralda was forced back in. Esmeralda is going to try to get back to help out Evos SG. Potato takes a lot of damage. The carry is going to go down, but he has the immortality. Nope, already popped. He goes down as well. Kuja falling star move by Pokemon. Here comes Esmeralda. Finally, ejector by JPL. Kuja gets taken out. 2 members of Orange Louvre are down, but now 3 members of Evos SG are down. 2v2 right now. All 3 are gone. Pokemon is on and ready to go. He's chasing after aim. This could be a triple kill, and it is. Pokemon, the side laner of Evos SG, might have just completely saved the game for the Evos family.
Ash would be proud because Pokemon caught 3 in that team fight in the top lane. This will convert into the inhibitor turret. Masha, Neo, left alive here, will be the one who will try to defend this from going down. Gets stunned, falling star mode. Pokemon wanting to take this turret away from Orange Louvre Esports, and they equalize the map control.
How the turns have tabled. That middle lane turret is now down. So that is 1 third-tier inhibitor down for each of these teams. Orange Louvre showing to us that we may have new members. We may have had a bit of a disappointing early game, but we know how to play this game. We can take it to the second placers of MPL MYSG.
Here's the thing, though. Evos SG, they are allocating a lot of members towards the bottom side, meaning that they want to take down this Lord. Lapu Lapu, they want to start pushing it forward. Push the lane forward, try to equalize it, get the inhibitor turret on the bottom side, just so that the waves are relatively even. Pokemon, though, we're looking for an opportunity to try to split push over the top side, showing a lot of members here for Orange Louvre Esports. Pokemon showing himself. JPL waiting in the bush. Will be eyeing out Kuja and burst it out to infinity. Kuja is. There goes the immortality. Falling star move by Pokemon onto Joker, but gets deterred by the Meteor Garden. And Evos SG backs away. Look at the top side, though. Masha is slowly going for the push.
And look at that. That is the timetable that Evos SG has to work with. Can we get a kill, 2 or 3, and end the team fight or skirmish quick before Masha split pushes too deep into our base that maybe Masha would even break our base? That's going to be another ejector onto Kuja. The burst as well is going to be enough to take him down. Finally, the Meteor Shower being committed. Soul coming in with damage as well. Potato not being targeted by Orange Louvre right now. Potato might be the game changer here, but Kuja is still standing. Soul is still standing. Joker goes for Potato. Aeon is there. Will this be enough? Falling Star Moon getting charged. Doesn't land on anyone as Potato takes out Kuja. And now that Lord is being eyed out by Evos SG, but just by how much, as Masha once again just staying in that top lane split. Orange Louvre is to continue or find a way to punish the fact that JPL keeps ejecting Kuja, who's sitting at 3-11 and 8 and now, just to show just how much he's been the target of Evos SG. But Evos SG is getting to the point where they have to commit so much just to take down that Khalid.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, though. Kuja is a threat on that Khalid. He can really outlast a lot of the team fights, especially with him just being able to regenerate his HP without any problems. I liked how there was a pickup on the Necklace of Durant and on the side of Evos SG. I forgot who picked that up, but it would really work against Kuja. But the Lord is up. Evos SG wants to take this so bad, but they can't commit a lot of people, though. If they committed 5 members onto this Lord, Masha would start pushing him forward. And Joker is the one who gets spotted out, as always, by JPL. AIM doing a good job saving the Meteor Shower for the latter part of the fight. But they're focusing a lot of attention here over at Kuja. We're ignoring the fact that they're over the top lane. Ling and Masha are split pushing. And they're taking away that Lapu Lapu. He manages to survive. Pokemon pushes him forward with the Falling Star Moon. We'll be trying to look for a kill here, but Joker gets the stun connection. Meteor Shower, no shields available here for this Pokemon. He's gonna run away. Pokemon, use run. Chibi dives in, gets the injection onto Joker. Pokemon finally goes down. Here comes Joker. He's going to have the last laugh here, but Eudora stomping everybody on their tracks, forces everybody to go back. And that was close to, for Evos SG, they almost lost the tier 1, the inhibitor turret over the top side.
I'm not sure if you watching right now was able to see Soul save this game for Evos SG, because whatever he did in the top lane to stop that Masha and Ling just saved it. If he went down, it would have been really bad for Evos SG. Orange Louvre, with the minion wave they had, they would have been able to take down that turret, or if they weren't able to take it down, Evos SG would have had to try to get back with members of Orange Louvre chasing them, as the Lord is now getting eyed out by Orange, knowing that it's gonna be a 4v4.
This is a Lord that Evos SG wants to secure. If Orange Louvre Esports secures this, this might just be the game. Gets the ejection onto Chibi. Chibi forced to use the Tempest of Blaze. Will get the kill! Kuja in the backlines with the Raging Sandstorm. This time around, Potato gets ejected out of there just for safety. They're eyeing out Kuja. Kuja being too tanky, and Joker will get down, get knocked out, but here comes the Immortality being forced out. Here comes Pokemon JPL trying to keep things alive, but Neo manages to take one out. It's currently a 1-for-2 trade. Gets the ejection onto Neo. They're still forcing themselves into this big team fight. Minions are pushing in over to the top side, and Kuja wants to start pushing this for themselves.
It's a 3v3, but it doesn't look like Kuja can take that third inhibitor turret down in the top lane. Again, it's still standing, and again, it is going to be a Mexican standoff here for this Lord. Orange Louvre can't go for it just yet. They're lacking the damage to try and take it down. And if they try to take it as early as now, that Potato will be able to come back in time and possibly Retribution it away. But actually, looking at the respawn timers for both, it's pretty neck and neck for Chibi and Potato as we look at the replay of that scrappy teamfight. Kuja slowing and healing using the quicksand guard, and here comes the nice ejector from JPL to take down Neo. Evos responding really well to that, into what could have been a really bad situation for them. I mentioned earlier the importance of the tanks, the tank supports, landing, a displacement, a crowd control. We saw the ejector come big, but in the beginning we saw the Raging Sandstorm for Kuja absolutely connect, and possibly maybe in an alternate universe we saw the game end and Orange Louvre won, but this game is still going on.
But again, the main problem here is that if Neo decides, if Evos SG decides to take this Lord, they have the threat of Neo pushing over the top side. Kuja, low on HP, will not be able to secure that Lord. Brody secures that for himself, but Masha is pushing over the top side. And Orange Louvre, they're doing their best to deter Evos from even pushing in, and bodies are falling on the side of Evos SG. Nobody's able to stop the push from Masha. They will be able to take down the tier 3 inhibitor turret over at the top side.
It's
but
still
Soul
up.
once again deters Neo from even pushing forward. The Lord finally pushing in towards the mid lane. Kuja will eventually fall down. Raging Sandstorm away from there. Neo goes for the Thunderclap. Suppresses Eon. Here comes a little bit of the Orange Louvre resistance here. Pokemon against Joker.
Down.
Joker's down indeed. Chibi will look really small here. Goes for the Tempest of Blaze. Will not take down Soul. Beautiful timing on the ejection by JPL. But
Meteor
Chibi
Shower
still fighting. Meteor Shower dishes out a lot of HP. Orange Louvre Esports, they want to end this right here, right now.
Oh, and that's a double kill. Wipeout. Evos SG are out. Oh my goodness!
It's only the Brody left alive to defend this, and there are 2 open lanes here for Evos SG.
The Brody does have enough damage to clear up the minion waves, but actually looking at the minion waves, Orange Louvre isn't in there. So once again, just seems like Orange Louvre cannot catch a break in terms of timing it right with the minion waves. They're still waiting. By the time the minion waves arrive, it might be way too little,
14
too late.
seconds.
The Evos SG members might be able to come in here for the defensive Potato.
Kuja
gets spotted out by Kuja. Kuja really low, still has the immortality though. There's still 2 minion waves though.
Oh no!
So will it be enough? The base is going down, and Orange Turn it around!
Take role as the last to, just to make sure that they have the damage against the turrets. But that was actually an immortality before, and he switched it from Athena Shield. So that is a very interesting change here for Chibi as the Ling, knowing that, the Eudora has the potential to burst him down from 100 to 0, and as he has felt that beforehand, changed up the items and went for the defensive, the defensive build and the sustain. that he can get to, outlet.
And the sustainability that Evos SG brings out. They can play this just like how they played the last.
Alice that can infinitely stack. As for long as the game progresses. YSS is one. Yeeson Shin is also one of those heroes that can scale really well in the late game. But game number 2 is about to begin. We are going to have to see who's going to win this fight. This potentially is the last game in this best-of-3 series. Orange Louvre Esports, 1 victory away. Will they be able to close it out in the early game? Because I feel like that is the running storyline that we have for game number 2.
Yeah, Joker just attempted to go for the ejector toss-up onto Aeon, but Aeon was able to use the flicker to get away. But now Joker's going to spot the pick off there onto Potato. Potato's taking a lot of damage right now. First blood for Orange Louvre.
Slowly getting the momentum, and we're seeing a little bit of normalcy here. It's a Hilda. Oh, it was a Brody going up against the Alice, so it's a support Farsa here for themselves. And JPL not getting a good positioning for himself on that Hilda, will be forced to move all across the map.
And what I like about Farsa and Harith in this tandem in the mid is that they have a lot of crowd control end zone along with the Jawhead. That is something that you're going to watch out for this lineup. Now, we think about the typical Cho Farsa, Akai Farsa combinations, but with the inclusion of the Harith into this Jawhead and Farsa combination, that's something that Evos has to be wary about. They might want to consider trying to fight so hard for mid lane or mid map pressure and control. They might have to consider taking the fight into the side lanes here, forcing Harith and Farsa off into another side while they go split push elsewhere.
And will split push be the main goal here for Evos SG? Give Orange Louvre a taste of their own medicine? Well, we don't know for certain, but they do have that capability. But let's talk a little bit more about the team fight compositions that both of these teams have. Looking at the side of Orange Louvre Esports, they got Jawhead with the initiate. Zama Force will really slow Selena on her tracks every time she wants to go for the garrote. Thams, of course, will be in the side lane, providing, well, not in the side lane, but in the ties, trying to dive in towards the back line here, which he's trying to target the YSS. Brody's going to be in the back line. Farsa will try to do the burst damage here. How is that going to fare up against the Selena, Alice, Hilda, Yeeson, Shin, Ruby lineup that Evos SG has in a full-on 5v5 fight?
Now, in the early game, though, it might be more it's going to be much more punishing from the side of Evos SG, considering how in the early game, the tanks and the frontliners, the Hilda and the Ruby, still won't have their items to be really tanky and really sustain a lot of damage, as well as the Alice. Come the late game, though, yes, okay, the damage of the Farsa is going to hurt even more, exponentially so, but the frontliners are going to have a better time. At least eat 2 or 3 or maybe even the entire Feathered Airstrike and still be at 50 to 40% health along with Immortalities up. So in the early game, it's going to be hard for the frontliners of Evos SG. Come the late game, it's going to be it's still going to be punishing, but they'll have a much more breathing room to at least turn it around. Because once the Feathered Airstrike gets dropped, again, they're going to have to worry about the the Harith and the Brody this time around, but then at least that's one big AoE burst damage that they now can just not think about as much.
Well, that's a little bit of the team fight that we might expect from happening, and Joker giving JPL a taste of his own medicine. Ejected him, but not towards his team, but away from the main fight. And I kind of want to keep watching the Joker JPL matchup, see if Joker gives him a taste of his own medicine and gets the 20 assists in the game. But yeah, Orange Louvre Esports, they want to focus on securing objectives and try to finish this as fast as possible.
This time around, though, instead of Kuja handling the tank support type role, it's going to be Joker. And now Joker's going to be playing for Kuja, saying, I got you. I saw how much you were thrown over and over again as JPL and Neon spot out Joker. Neo and aim, pressuring this Alice. So they've adjusted their lineups and rotations a bit, as that's going to be a pick off there by the Selena onto the Jawhead. Joker goes down. No tank support now for Ole.
And that's a good trade and over Orange Louvre Esports. They have a little bit of a gold advantage here, just 400, but it's slowly stacking up. We're going to be getting another pause. It's going to be a matter of if Orange Louvre Esports does not secure the early game, potentially finish the game by the 10th, 11-minute mark, or 15-minute mark. Let's just give them that. If they don't end it by the 15-minute mark, Evos SG is going to become a problem because, again, it's like what we mentioned, Alice can scale infinitely with her passive stacks. Ethan Shin will scale really well in the late game, and that's something you don't want to go up against its lineup because it's a relatively squishy lineup, all things considered, for the side of Orange Louvre Esports, save just for this Jawhead and this Toms. Everyone else is free game.
We did see a lineup earlier in the series between Evos Legends and Alter Ego where they had the Brody, the Harith, and I'm not sure if it was a Farsa also, but they also had what honestly looked like a really greedy lineup on their end. It was a Farsa, Brody, and Harith. So yeah, and we saw just how well that scaled into the mid game. Not even the late game, just the mid game already. They already hit their power spikes. Again, the biggest question will be: is this lineup that that Evos SG brought out enough to sustain the damage long enough to bring it all the way into the late game where the frontliners, the tank and supports have more breathing room, especially that Alice, to take down the back line here of Orange Louvre. Now, I feel like a lot of the eyes here are now going to be on Alice. I believe that was either Pokemon or Soul who's playing the Alice right now. And they have to play a Benny QT-esque Alex. Of course, Benny QT being a member of Aura Philippines and had a great game with Alice earlier. And it is, Pokemon in that Alice.
And Evos SG will try to do the best in their capability to just survive the early onslaught that Orange Louvre inherently has in this game, but they still have a lot of disengaging options here. We see Brody just striking this guy with lightning.
Again, Evos SG, their JPL and Aeon combination trying to fight for mid control. So instead of trying to focus too much on the sides, they try to go for the mid control instead. 2 versus 1 in the bottom. Fights everywhere actually nearby this turtle pit. That's going to be someone getting bursts down right now. Who gets done? GB gets taken out. That's going to be 2 members of Ole possibly going down, but Kuja sustaining the damage with Connor and Inferno. Here comes Joker. Joker cannot do much to help. Beautiful pull coming in from Soul, but they're not going to be able to convert it into a kill to a Jawhead. However, they convert it into a turtle take.
So it's a beauty pull by Soul.
Yes.
Yes, as the bottom lane is still being focused on by Neo and AIM.
Oh! That was dirty.
That hurt.
Oh my goodness.
That hurt, man. That is, it didn't even need to get 2 feathered airstrikes in. Just once enough, and you heard the impact.
Boom. And that's what we're talking about. In the early game. Actually, no, you know what? Let's be blunt about it. In the entire game, that Farsa will hurt, but there will come to a point when Pokemon just has enough sustainability and mobility because of the cooldown being reduced, and they'll be able to use the flowing blood even more to move around in certain parts of the map, to move around during skirmishes and team fights where it feels like you're going up against a tank Alice. But we're not at that point yet, and we just saw Pokemon just get bursted down.
Yeah, that was an immediate erasure from him there, but Pokemon still can survive a long time here. For you just using the ultimate just to clear out this wave faster and faster. We are seeing a little bit of a contingency plan here for Evos and over in Louvre Esports near the turtle pit. They want to secure this 2 consecutive crowd controls onto Joker, not something that you want to happen. Pokemon in the back lines focusing on Neo. AIM goes for the feathered airstrike, and they are trading it out. It is a 1-4-3 trade over at the bottom lane, and this is a turtle take.
Ooh, sidestepping that Abyssal Arrow and that Mountain Shocker. 20 seconds until that turtle spawns. No doubt, but I feel like Orange Louvre might be able to come back here. What it is, though, is definitely a first-tier tower take into the bottom lane. So side lane towers are down, meaning that Ole are going to be focusing on holding down that mid tower. Sort of like what was happening in the first day, where we saw multiple teams try to hold down that mid lane tower to give room and to give an opportunity and space for their marksman in a double core setup to farm. This is going to be the next big thing for Orange Louvre. How long can they hold down mid?
Calamity Reaper being picked up by Chibi on that Harris. That turtle, the second turtle secured by Evos, would really start to amount to something. Already a 3,000 gold lead here for Evos SG. Eyeing out this mid lane turret. They want to start pushing this here. And Ruby and Thumbs, yeah, just doing their job cutting both ways from the top lane as they're getting cut into pieces. This is the last resort of Orange Louvre Esports 1-for-1 trade. So far, make it a 2-for-1 because they managed to secure the kill onto Pokemon and to JPL. Mid lane turret still standing strong. Kuja wants to stop these guys from even chipping away any more health from this mid lane turret.
It's not that late into the game. We're not even 8 minutes in, and Potato is already hitting like a truck filled with potatoes right now. 1, 1, and 6, and it just goes to show that Orange Louvre now have to start looking out for Potato on that Isan Shin. But the problem is there's just so much dive, so much bodies being thrown to the back line of Orange Louvre that Joker actually has to spend time looking out for peels instead of actually trying to bring Potato closer into the fight. Joker has to spend so much time trying to protect the back line, but Chibi and Kuja as well now spotting out. So that's going to be 3 versus 2.
Nice
Aeon, nice arrow indeed by that Selena. Aeon potentially saving Soul's life.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that was a big save on Aeon Slide. Here comes the Feathered Airstrike onto the Soul. Forced back. Reacted with a Mountain Shocker as well. And there is a full disengage. Again, Orange Louvre Esports just wants to try to survive as much as they can. Try to end this as fast as they can. Evos SG, though, they can survive pretty much. Pokemon in position at the bottom lane. Kuja low on HP. Feathered Airstrike once again just to deter Evos SG from even thinking about taking down Kuja.
And now this is Isan Shin that actually, with all that damage being thrown out earlier by Potato, he didn't have Blade of Despair just yet. He just picked it up. Pokemon coming in with the Blood Off. The stun is there. Joker taking a lot of damage. Is he going to be able to get away? No, he doesn't. Zaman Force committed. It's going to be a fight into the bottom lane as Farsa takes out the counterpart in Alice. But Tom's defending the top side. Cannot give any more in that fight. That's going to be a reset. As I was saying, Potato now already sitting with a Raptor Machete and a Blade of Despair, but JBL coming in with a burst damage. Kuja might get taken out here, but AIM using the Feathered Airstrike to help Kuja try to get away right now. Soul diving straight into the back line there. Here comes the Ruby. Zaman Force. Chibi trying to dance, but Chibi barely doing any damage. Potato hurts like a truck. Again, still Joker. The space provided. Only Kuja goes down in that fight.
Oh my, oh my. Ole, trying what they can to survive from the onslaught that Evos SG has. The Abyssal Arrow connects. Joker's gonna survive that. Turtle solo secured by Potato. That's the 3rd turtle in a row for Evos SG. But let's not discount the fact that this was the same scenario that happened during game number 1.
And again, the problem here for Orange Louvre is that Joker is spending way too much time trying to peel off or having to use his second ejector if he's not gonna, after using the ejector to initiate at the beginning to get a better target for Orange Louvre. He'll have to commit the rest of his ejectors to try to keep members away from Orange Louvre, because again, the problem is, yes, Orange Louvre at one point is going to be able to deal so much damage that while Evos is trying to get close to Orange, they're just going to get bursted down or kited around. But we're not at that point yet. Evos SG are just happy with throwing bodies. The biggest problem right now for Orange Louvre is to not overcommit on Pokemon who just picked up the Winter Truncheon.
Joker. Does not want to shake that push. JPL diving in. Look at the damage output!
my
It's the backline! Pokemon with the Winter Truncheon and the ultimate beam pop top. It races 2 at the same time. JPL gets ejected, but at what cost? He's paying for his life there, and Joker is gonna go down.
Triple kill.
Left alone.
What the hell just happened? I blinked. Ole was alive. The blink ended in just a blink, and they were gone in a blink. A lot of blinks, but
Blink
a lot
in your area.
Yes, exactly. But now Orange are not in their area right now. It's Evos SG in their area. Evos, can they actually end it here at Potato? Pops the immortality. Nope, no immortality just yet. Killing spree for the Ruby. Evos SG looking to break all the towers here of Orange.
And now the end might just be near. Evos SG, all lanes are painted blue, all pushing towards the side of Orange Louvre
Pokemon again?
Orange Louvre Esports wants to defend this. They take down Pokemon, but Potato takes down the Harris. And now Joker and Neo are forced to back off. They need to clear the Wind Waves, but But then again, they have good minion wave clear because of that Farsa. They need to make sure the Farsa is alive. Why would you go ahead and eject Potato in towards your turret? I don't understand that. JPL is going to be in the back line. Force to use the Fendered Airstrike just to clear the minion waves. Kuja low on HP. Will get pulled in by that Ruby. Now Joker is backing off. This bottom lane turret is still standing strong, but that was a 2-for-2 trade with the remaining members of Orange Louvre Esports still wanting to defend this. JPL, Soul, and Potato take down the final inhibitor turret here on the side of Orange Louvre Esports. Mount Shocker will be used to deter any additional fights from Orange Louvre.
Look at Potato. At one point during that entire scramble, Potato literally hit Brody twice. Took him down from 90 to 25% HP. That is a 65, hopefully my math is right, it is 65% deduction in just 2 hits. If you want proof onto how much Potato hurts, he just soloed an Enhanced Lord. Oh no, was that an Enhanced Lord?
No.
Was it just yet? No, it wasn't just
Not
yet.
just yet.
But yeah, Potato, again, Ole couldn't get close enough to Potato. They were trying to, but then they needed protection, and it's with 10k of a difference here. At least they have the Farsa in the range of the Brody to try to defend this. But then Joker's gonna have to play this weird role of sacrificial lamb / don't die too fast. Same thing goes for Kuja. If they can extend a defensive team fight here, this might just be what they need. But then again, I don't see Orange Louvre getting close enough to Potato. I feel like Potato's just gonna run through here with Evos SG.
He has 11k gold in his pockets. The Lord is marching quite fast, and now the end is near for Orange Louvre Esports because the damage is way too much for them to handle, but they're trying what they can to try to stop this from happening.
Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon's gonna dive into the back lines. Winter Trunch is gonna be committed, and that's just basically it. Evos SG forces game number 3.
Negated on their side. Now, you look at also the itemization on the side of Orange Louvre Esports. Where is the sustain? You have Kujas at Lamps with a Curse Helmet and Queen's with the Queen's Wings, but the problem was he was always, and by always I mean always, away from the fights that Evos SG has been initiating against Orange Louvre Esports. And this is critical information for Evos SG's victory. They utilize the information they have, and when the numbers game is favorable for them, that's the time they engage in team fights, and that was one of the big
speed boosts that you could get from an Rafaela and a Hylos will help negate the slow coming out of the Harith Zaman Force, as well as the continuous stuns, little mini stuns that you're gonna be getting from that Yuzong. So great last 2 picks here for Orange Louvre. But if we're gonna look at it though,
SG would just breeze through the competition, just like what happened in their respective playoffs in MPL and YSG.
now it's gonna, in the beginning of the game, it's gonna be a question of who gets to land their crowd control first, Joker or JPL. Ejector versus that Law and Order of that Hylos. Because if he gets that stun before he can get thrown out, Orange Louvre will be able to deal some damage to JPL so that it could potentially become a 1-for-1, the jawhead for the Hylos, seeing as how JPL might want to look for...
Oh, the flicker in with the ejection almost takes down aim.
Good thing that JPL now realizes that, okay, as much as I love to throw the front line of Orange Louvre, it's going to be really pretty punishing if they decide to throw back, if he decides to throw back Joker, because Joker can, again, bring out the stun into any member of the backline. I'm looking at Aeon here, could be the focus for Orange Louvre. If if Joker can land that Law and Order, Orange Louvre might just be able to follow it up.
Following it up is a little bit of a tall task here. But with the way that Orange Louvre has been playing the game, has played game number 1, it seems as though as they can really follow up a lot of the team fights here with Rafaela and Hylos. But the thing here is that we've been discussing this earlier on in the draft. So item reliant here, the side of Orange Louvre Esports, Evos SG. Early game to mid to late game, they have everything covered.
And Neo is... Oh, wait, hold that thought though. JPL using the ejector to reset the orange buff. That's going to slow down the farm of Chibi just a bit, but here comes Joker. Aim, Chibi looking to punish as well. JPL taking a lot of damage. Looks like JPL might be up next. Pokemon with the knockup. JPL with the toss back using the ejector, but Neo's going to be nearby. That heal, it could be big for Evos as she's to save Pokemon, but that's going to be first blood for Ole, taking away that Pokemon Yuzong double kill for Potato, opening it hot for Evos SG.
That's a 1-for-2 trade though. Orange Louvre Esports overstayed their welcome in that bottom lane. They committed a lot of resources to just take down JPL, and that gave Potato two straight kills. You don't want to give that to a Harris too.
And this early on, yeah, it's going to be a taller order now for Neo to try to defend this bottom lane as Potato and Pokemon can just work together to try to take this Farsa down as fast as possible. That's so that Orange Louvre lose control into the bottom lane. But now Aeon and JPL, though, have information as to where Chibi, Aim, and Joker are. So we might not see another big fight up until the turtle spawns in 5 seconds.
And that is going to be a crucial fight here for Evos SG. If they take that away, Joker will not get the last lap. He's going to get bursted out again and again, and it's going to be going to JPL for that kill. Again, JPL really masterful on his rotations on that Jawhead. Always managing to get Joker more often than not. Off-cam kill, though. They take down Pokemon in the bottom lane.
Yeah,
now
that's going to be
secured. Yeah, that's a trade for a turtle, potentially a trade for the turret as well.
Yeah, but that turret has barely taken any damage. I think JPL will be able to get there in time just to disrupt the push. Even the minion waves are taking way too long here for Orange Louvre here. JPL going to look to defend this already. Committed the feather there. Like JPL uses the ejector, bring it in. Unstoppable force. But that is not going to be enough objectives to get potential better objectives.
Yeah.
Sacrifice a buff if they can secure it to get for a turret. Sacrifice a turtle to go for a turret or vice versa.
Yeah, just try to deprive Potato of any economy. That's the game plan here for Orange Louvre Esports. Now, let's also take into consideration that there is a significant lack of physical damage here on Evos SG.
They are going for magic damage here.
Yeah.
So Kuja and Joker might have a good time.
Beautiful. Beautiful ejection off the Joker. Forced to use the glorious pathway. JPL, low on HP, gets traded out himself. 1-for-1. And Kuja, Chibi, Joker gets a pull onto Potato. Potato's gonna not go down. There goes the Raging Sandstorm. In the back number, here comes a black dragon that's flying in the form that will take down Kuja in the back lines.
This is going to be absolutely big. The timing of the response of Soul and Pokemon as this fight looks like it's going to be going for a reset here. Good response from the side laners of Evos SG. Khalid and the Yuzong coming in big for Evos, saving it for them. And now Ole has to watch out for this. Yes, you're going to have to... You have a lot of firepower. That E-Sunshine really hurts. You can keep that E-Sunshine alive. You can even possibly take out Potato and the gang, but then you're going to have to save some skills and abilities for the entry, for the eventual entry of Pokemon and Khalid.
Yeah, you don't want to give away that kill, especially as this top lane turret just fell down. It's a turtle open for the taking. Farsa might eventually secure the bottom lane turret for that.
I don't see it happening. It's gonna be tough. Or actually, yeah, if they decide to sacrifice it. So yeah, look at that.
Yeah, they're rotating. They're gonna go for trades. Yeah, Potato will be able to solo this, and Evos SG would just try to stop the push from happening. Good trade.
Good positioning
for themselves. Aim spots out JPL, gets the stun connection on JPL. JPL is erased from the map. Pokemon dives straight in towards the backlines. Will not last long though, because the glorious pathway by Joker just gave Orange Louvre Esports a way to escape. The Zaman Force by Potato secures the kill on to Aim. And now Chibi's next. Neo will be forced to flash out of there. Flicker out of there.
That is 3 members of Ole down, but 2 turrets down on the side of Evos SG. So Orange Louvre, they're willing to trade this out. They believe in their lineup, the burst of their lineup. They believe that they can buy enough time for split push in the side lanes, and that's what they did with that play. Pretty sure they didn't want to lose more than 1 or 2 members there, but it is what happened. But hell, in the end, it was a 3-for-2, 3 members for 2 turns. So look at the burst damage coming from that Eudora, though. Joker brought down to 50. Joker has to regen here, or he's going to be a sacrificial lamb. He decides to recall, but Evos is going to be nearby to potentially... Nope, they won't be able to steal this purple buff away. The timing just a little bit off for Evos SG, thinking that they just started that purple buff and it was just about to end when they decided to enter.
If we're looking at the macro side of things, it's Evos SG really gaining a lot of map control as they get another map form of control onto
Pokemon.
Ruby. Joker forced to use the Glorious Pathway, but to what extent? 2 members down on the side of Orange Louvre Esports as the Turtle responds.
We saw a situation similar to this earlier with, I believe it was, what monster was that? Blacklist versus RSG. Now the lineups are a little bit different, but now,
Shazam.
Shazam. Now I just feel like, I don't feel like doing analysis anymore after that. I feel really bad for Neo on that Forza. But as I was saying, Ole just has to really bait out the skills of Pokemon and Soul here. They can't go into a team fight without knowing where the Yuzhong and the Khalid are, because the biggest problem here for Ole is that the backline of Orange Louvre keep getting separated from the rest of the action, where we see Chibi, sometimes Chibi, Neo, and Joker, if Joker's nearby, or Chibi, Aim, and Neo not able to go through and follow through in a team fight where, let's say, Kuja's up front, because the Black Dragon form is just completely sending back the members of Orange Louvre.
And now, they're opening up the top lane there, though. It's getting contested
By Kuja.
by Kuja, yeah. But this is Evos SG looking to secure a kill. JPL hot on the tracks. Save the Unstoppable Force and the ejection for a later period as a mid lane turret goes down. Orange Louvre Esports defending this 8 minutes into the game. It's looking like a tough game for them to defend. But again, this was the same situation during game number 1, and we don't want to count Orange Louvre Esports out just yet.
Yep. 1 Don't Run Wolf King, 1 I'm Offended combination, along with a Feathered Airstrike, along with that Mountain Shocker. That one big wombo combo could potentially just end the game for Evos SG. But again, getting to that situation, getting to that dream-like state that Orange Louvre wants to get to is so hard because of just how well Evos SG are positioning themselves in team fights, with literally Khalid and Yuzhong coming in from different directions. You have the Harith dancing around. Aeon's just going to spam all the skills and immediately go back, only coming back to rejoin the fight once the skills are off cooldown. Evos knows that they have to be careful with their positioning, and that's one of the main reasons why it's so hard for Orange Louvre to turn this game around. They can't seem to get a really good catch onto the key members of Evos.
And now it's a Lord spawning. Harith and Yuzhong can pretty much take this for themselves, but Evos SG just wants to play this as safe as possible. Positioning themselves towards the jungle of Orange Louvre Esports does not want them to start pushing it towards that Lord, because they know for a fact that it is a crucial objective for Orange Louvre Esports to secure.
Aim, you better stop flashing that sticker. You're just painting a target on back right now. Oh, look at that. JPL Potato are nearby. Decide not to pull the trigger, only going for control. Orange Louvre had a pretty good idea, or a pretty good sense, that Evos SG might be there at the Lord Pit, and this could potentially be an invade or an attempt to steal, but it's going down way too fast. Orange Louvre won't be able to contest this.
Yeah, and they're taking a lot of time to position themselves, and the decision has been made to just back off. There is no point in contesting that for the game.
Yeah, good discipline there by Orange Louvre. A lot of people would usually call, hey, let's just try to get a steal, but then you're going to be committing so much and potentially ending the game for your team if you decide to cover that steal, because Evos SG, if they wiped you out, it could have been game there. So good sense by Orange Louvre to just wait it out and decide to go for the defensive instead. But Evos SG are not going to make it easy for Louvre. Look at them going for a 3-way split.
But yeah, Orange Louvre Esports could potentially defend this for themselves because they have good wave care. And when it comes to actually sieging the lane, the minions are what you have to focus on clearing first instead of the enemy heroes, because they give the turret a lot of damage. As I say that,
Good
Joker
ejector.
aim Oh no, he got shazammed by Eudora. This turret's gonna go down.
Bad.
Lord's pushing in towards the lane. Mountain Shocker being committed. Not even dishing out a lot of damage. Mid lane turret is being eyed out next. Soul, low on HP, forced to regenerate himself. Kuja backing off. And now bottom lane turret is the next set of focus here. Potato overstayed his welcome, gets a shutdown. Chibi finally eliminates him. Soul gets taken out by Neo. It is a 1-for-2 trade plus a turret. I still can say that Evos won that. Shutdown!
Oh my goodness, where the hell did that come from? Neo feathered airstrike with the answer. 3 members of Evos SG are down, but now here comes Pokemon taking a lot of damage. Why would you go and double kill? 4 members of Evos are going down. Evos, what the heck just happened? The minion waves are still far, though. Orange Louvre won't be able to go for that deep a push. 30 seconds until Pokemon comes back. They might be able to just secure the second lane, second tier tower. A little bit too risky if they decide to go for the third. They still have waves to manage in the side lanes.
And they're forcing the issue. Oh, the damage onto Potato Man. But they have to focus on the base. They do have Ruby to go and declare that as a beautiful stun comes in. No follow-throughs on the ejection. JPL waiting for the proper opportunity here. Soul and Potato, they want to kill them.
And good sense for Orange Louvre to decide to go back the stun, and the feathered airstrike's gonna be there, but Orange Louvre almost getting the kill there to the JPL, and good recognition by Orange Louvre to see that Aeon did respond. If they dragged out that fight any longer, it would have been really bad for them. Now Evos SG, they still have control of the game. They have the tower push advantage, they have the golden advantage, but they have to respect the power spike of Orange Louvre that just happened, especially for this Farsa and especially for Chibi. They cannot play and make any cheeky calls right now, because if they do, this could be the end for them.
Yeah, this could have been the end, but here comes the glorious pathway. The chase, it's not happening. Beautiful zoning by Pokemon. They're doing what they can to stop Evos SC from doing this, but that was a good kill. Onto that Khalid, slight opening here for Orange Louvre Esports, but they have to reset.
The Demon Hunter Sword pickup for Chibi just 2 minutes ago, coming in big right now for Evos SG, as well as Kuja deciding to play off a more defensive role. We probably don't notice it as much, but Kuja's positioning and his decision-making in team fights right now are what's keeping Evos SG alive. Evos SG, you said it earlier, Pokemon Soul still playing it so wonderfully right now, but there's so much zoning being provided by that Ruby.
Joker getting ejected into his death. Ouch. Now, that's not something you want to happen, but Evos SG needs to watch out for Neo's Farsa. He has been dishing out a lot of damage with the feathered airstrike and has more often than not connected with it perfectly, always catching at least 2 at the same time.
Yeah, again, and that adds to my point that I was trying to make earlier, that Kuja just times the don't run, the I'm offended and the don't run Wolf King so well that he just waits for Pokemon and Soul to come in. Again, they're doing their jobs right. There's nothing wrong with what they're doing, except that Kuja just decided to adjust his approach to team fights and skirmishes, thinking more defensively to set things up for the Farsa.
And this has to be a Lord take that Orange Louvre Esports needs to get. But again, they are forced to go to the defensive route. What they could do here is start pushing him forward, try to stop the Lord midway through its tracks, because the closer and closer the Lord spawns, comes closer towards the base, the more and more likely Evos SG would be able to close out the game. And we've already almost reached the point in the game where the items don't even matter. We're still seeing a couple of items yet to be completed here by both of these teams, but it's still a big factor, man.
Yeah, the good news is that Isan Shin is so much so in a comfortable spot here that Evos SG might be able to pull that. Orange Louvre might be able to pull off his defense.
JPL, if they take them down, it might be an opening, and they do pop the immortality. That's the silver lining in that fight, while Kuja focuses on the Lord. Oh, look at the HPS of Pokemon and Soul. It's low. They're forced back. This turret is going to go down.
This is bad
but
for Evos.
Joker, immortality, no available. Mid lane turret is going to go down. Defensive lifetime is now on for Orange Louvre Esports as Evos SD knocks on the door of the team that likes Orange for some reason because Orange Louvre Esports is the team name here. Gets
Oh,
a stun,
the
and Abe gets electrocuted.
Kuja!
So it's that's Kuja manages to trade it out. But here comes JPL with the unstoppable force. 1-4-3 trade. Evos SG waiting for the right opportunity. JPL moves out of it in time.
This
Chibi
could be
Kuja, will they be able to defend this? We have no idea, but
My
it's
dragon.
time. They're doing what they can to clear the minion waves. JPL rejoining the fight.
One more minion wave,
and
but no, it's coming in.
Evos SG will secure this game 2-1 after a close fight. Orange Louvre Esports almost made
That can, just go at it, find a team fight, and burst an enemy target down with the Eudora, as well as the sustained team fight aspect